From the Fox 5 studios, this is the RebZone Sports Show.
Sponsored by Hennessy Haight, Help is Here, and by Flowing Tide Pub.
Hey, welcome into the RebZone. Thanks for hanging out with us on the biggest sports night of the year. Very excited to have two Runnin Rebels in studio hanging out with us tonight. Like I mentioned, post Super Bowl, post win for you guys on the road. Jalen Hill, Jaden Henley, both Runnin Rebels stars at UNLV. Jalen, I'll talk to you first. You know, what is the team's mood just coming back from a big road win at Wyoming?
I mean, we won, so that's the first, but we got to get prepared for the next game. We got a big game Tuesday, and we got to try to stack wins.
Yeah, this is a big bounce back year for you. I know you've gone through your injuries. You have experience at Oklahoma. Tell fans just how much you're improving this year.
I mean, I think at the beginning of the year it was more like mental to get past a certain stage of fearing for my knee getting hurt again or falling a weird way. So I think now it's just finishing layups. I think that's one thing I can still improve on, just finishing plays, and I think I just keep improving on those things.
Yeah, it was a 40-minute fight in Wyoming. What did you like about the physicality from your team?
I think every play we hit, we got boards. We were sharing the ball. I think that we drove and we made plays for each other. So I think that was the best thing about the game.
Yeah, big second half for you. The two steals in the second half were huge on the road. Jaden, talk about your past and your path to UNLV coming from two different schools.
Yeah, I think I bring a lot of experiences to this roster, especially playing in the Big Ten and the Big East. I just try to be a leader as much as possible and just kind of help everybody grow. Yeah,
we'll dive into the Wyoming highlights in just a moment, but talk about the confidence you feel right now.
Yeah, not only me, but the whole team has confidence right now. You know, coming off a big win. We know we are a little losing streak, but every game was close and we fought every game. So we didn't lose confidence, not at all.
All right, it's February. This is where it gets tough towards the end. Mountain West tournament right around the corner. But first, let's take a look back at UNLV's big win in Wyoming. Break out the bear, the Runnin Rebels taking on the Cowboys in the highest elevation in the Mountain West, 7,220 feet above sea level, and the Rebels come out with speed. DJ Thomas to pop Njai. The Rebels jump in front 6-4. Jaden Henley pulls up from deep. UNLV finding a rhythm early in Laramie. Back-to-back buckets for Obi Agban. Agban ties up the game at 20. Julian Rishwain answers on the other end. The Rebels steal the lead 23-20. DJ Thomas fighting in the paint. UNLV up 30-23 at the half. Play of the year for Jaden Henley, the steal and reverse layup. That is pretty. Rebs up 10 over the Cowboys. UNLV keeps up the fight. Bear Cherry turning up his aggression every night in the Mountain West. UNLV extends their lead 37-25. The Las Vegas native DJ Thomas scores a game-high 18 points in Laramie. The Rebels snap their 5-game losing streak 68-57.
It had a good feeling at shoot around last night. It had a good feeling at practice yesterday. It certainly felt like there was an understanding and a respect that needed to be carried in today because, like you mentioned, it's a tough place to play, and they play really well together. So I'm really proud of the guys for kind of having that approach going into it.
I think we were just that tired of losing. I mean, just wanted to start a new streak of winning. And we were hungry tonight. We won the rebounding battle, and I just fought tonight.
Huge night for DJ Thomas, game high 18 points, and really, like I mentioned, tough place to play. It's cold, the elevation is high, it's always tough in Wyoming, but what did you see from your guys last night?
I think we just came out and we had fun. I think that we're just getting back to that. The last couple games we're obviously not playing our best. We're not playing bad, but obviously things that we can improve on, and I think we improved on those things.
Now, Jaden, what can you say about Jalen Bedford? Really, his ball movement, his physicality for 40 minutes last night.
He made some huge plays down the stretch for us last night. I mean, he's just an everyday guy. He shows up, plays hard. That's all you can ask.
And this 5-game losing skid that you guys snapped, really kind of the consistency in practice right now. Where were you guys mentally yesterday?
Mentally after the game, or just?
After the win.
I mean, obviously we were happy. We were just having fun. After the game, we got to go home, come back to Vegas, had a good time, and we just got to rest up and get ready for Tuesday.
Jaden, I want to talk to you about the second half. Those 2 steals were huge for you.
Yeah.
Just what were you feeling in the second half defensively, that fight you want to bring every night?
Kind of just trying to bring the physicality and just corral the ball as much as possible, use my length, just trying to make plays for us to win. So.
Yeah, I know DJ Thomas is your right-hand man, your best friend. How do you guys make each other better every night?
I think we complement each other pretty well. We both can handle the ball and play off of each other pretty well. So we both create for each other and just try to open up gaps for each other and the rest of the team.
Awesome. Well, UNLV starting to find some winning momentum, looking to win a couple in a row and finish the month of February strong. Well, coming up next, it was nighttime at the Thomas & Mack this week. VGK taking over the Thomas & Mack, turning it into the Fortress. We'll take a look back at the Runnin Rebels' 40-minute fight against the Broncos. More RebZone with Jalen Hill and Jaden Henley coming up. Welcome back to the RebZone. Thanks for hanging out with us on Super Bowl night. Las Vegas native Jalen Hill in studio, Jaden Henley, 2 Runnin Rebels stars at UNLV. The spotlight has never been bigger on UNLV athletics in the sports capital of the world. And guys, we're going to take a look back at Boise State and their physicality, their size. But Jalen, I'll start with you. You've played in the Big 12.
Yep.
Talk about the size and physicality that Boise State has.
I mean, Boise, they're a great team. Obviously, I played in the Big 12, played against a lot of great teams, played against the national championship Kansas team. But I think they match up right up there with them in terms of size and length. They got a whole bunch of big guys, and they play like a pack line defense, and they play it very well. And they're just very, very physical, and they get every board. They try to just drive and kick, and they make great plays.
Yeah, it was a 40-minute fight against the Broncos earlier this week. What if you face Tyson Degenhart again? How do you plan to attack him?
I think the main thing, we just got to be physical with them and just try to make it a gritty game, a nasty game for them. Obviously, that plays into their game plan a little bit, but we got to get gritty and just be physical down there with them.
Yeah. Couple games left this season defensively. What do you want to see from your guys this week?
Obviously, our rotations have to be better. Sometimes we have lapses where people are just a little lost. So I think that's the biggest thing for us. And also just hitting first, letting people know that we're here and that we're not going to shy away.
Yeah, it's nonstop for the Runnin Rebels, already back in practice this week, ready for a fight against Air Force. But first, let's take a look back at VGK night to Thomas & Mack. It's nighttime at the Thomas & Mack. The Golden Knights taking over UNLV for the Runnin Rebels 8 p.m. matchup against the Broncos. UNLV comes out with a spark. Brooklyn Hicks to Bear Cherry. The Bear is just waking up. Bear Cherry again. The Rebels jump in front 6-4. Big first half for Jalen Bedford, 4 of 6 from the field. Bedford racked up 9 first half points. Julian Rishwain was a rebounding machine, grabbing 4 in the first half. Look at Rishwain cooking and Cherry putting the cherry on top. Rebel Nation on their feet, clock winding down, and the Runnin Rebels run into the locker room with this slam. UNLV trails Boise State 33-29 at the half. The Broncos open up the second half on a 9-0 run. Boise State takes a 13-point lead over UNLV. But the Rebels fight back. 3 steals, 3 buckets, and a swag surf. At the Thomas & Mack, the Rebels trail Boise State 56-52. DJ Thomas, the Las Vegas native, would knock down back-to-back buckets, but the Rebels would drop their 5th straight ball game, 71-62.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to kind of look at everything, really. And we're just going to have to find something that we do with confidence, regardless of what it is, and just kind of get, like I said, get that spark going a little bit, because in the Mountain West it doesn't get easier.
We got to move on to the next game. We got Laramie on Saturday. We got to take it serious coming in on Thursday. Coming back from off an off day, just come in ready to play. We lost, so we got to get that win. It's important for us. So.
I'm just trying to do everything I can. They always tell me to just try and get guys going. So whenever I'm just hooping like how I was today, I just try and bring energy, get the crowd into it, get my teammates going. When they score, I'm high-fiving everybody. I'm yelling, I'm screaming, making crazy faces. So I just try and get everybody going whenever I'm playing well and when I'm not playing well. So.
Bear Cherry bringing the energy in conference play. We were saying he's lost 45 pounds this season. Might need to change his nickname, I don't know, to Wolf or something. But Jalen, what do you are impressed with just his dedication to the team this season?
I mean, Bear comes and works every day, from practice to the weight room. He goes to everything. He's there. He's one of the first ones there, and just seeing him work just inspires the rest of us.
I got here and I didn't like the way my body was, so I talked to LV and I got with Zoe and we kind of just mapped it out. And then once we figured it out, I started losing weight, and now I think I was 255 the other day, so I've lost 45 pounds since I've been here. So yeah, it's been a lot, but it's been a great time. Stick with it for sure. It definitely is a struggle. Like out of high school, like I was a 0 star. I had no offers. Like I went to junior college and I stuck with it, and shoot, now I'm here. And so I would just really, just never give up on yourself for sure.
New year, new hair, new look for Bear Cherry, really giving it his all for 40 minutes. But like we saw right there, just kind of him working out with LV. We went down in the Mendenhall Center to check out your weight room. What can you say about LV and the time he spends with you guys?
I mean, for me, I got to spend a whole lot of time with him over the summer, just doing rehab. So I built a special friendship with him. He's a mentor too. I just getting to speak with him every day and just pick up things that he does as a man. And then he gets me right. He's helped me get my body right. When I tore my ACL, I gained weight and it was hard, and he helped me get back right, and I lost 20 pounds, and I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. So.
Yeah. Well, beautiful resources here at UNLV. It doesn't get better than this. Jaden, coming from DePaul in Minnesota, why is this the best school in the country?
I mean, the weight room is amazing. I mean, especially the people around us. I mean, going back to LV, he teaches us life lessons just as a man, and also just getting everybody's body right. I mean, I made huge mobility gains this year just off the summer. So he's just there showing up and dedicated to us.
Yeah, Jaden, you've been playing so confident, bigger, faster, and stronger this year. What can you say about Coach Kruger and how much he's poured into you?
Yeah, from day one, he's always believed in me and just kind of told me to go. He didn't really have like a leash on me. So, I mean, just having the confidence out there, having your head coach, telling you to go, it helps a lot.
Every night is a 40-minute physical fight in the Mountain West, and the Runnin Rebels fight continues this week as UNLV gets ready to host Air Force on Tuesday night for a 7 p.m. tip-off. Thankful that it's at 7 and not 8 o'clock. Those games have been so late. UNLV wraps up their week on the road at Fresno State for a 4 p.m. tip-off against the Bulldogs. The Runnin Rebels both have defeated Air Force and Fresno already this season, looking to stack 2 more wins this week against Air Force. Let's take a look back at UNLV's 77-58 dominant win against Air Force. This was a big one on the road for you guys, closing out the 2024 year on a high. Jaden, Jalen, I'll start with you. Lots of J's on this team. I'll start with you. What did you like about your offense in this game?
I mean, I think we just shared it. We didn't stand. We weren't stagnant. So I think we just need to do that again, make them move, make them work, and I think we'll have a great game.
Jaden, this was your first time facing Air Force. Their unique Princeton offense. Yeah. How do you think your team executed on the road?
We did very well on the road against them. Obviously, their offense is very strict, and they're going to back cut and they're going to be very disciplined. So, I mean, if we just go out there and do the same thing, we'll be just fine.
Yeah, all right. And what's your excitement like, Jaden, to just play back at home, have the home crowd behind you? It's always tough on the road.
Yeah. I mean, we love playing at home. I mean, we're a team that plays well at home as well. So, I mean, just having our home crowd behind us and just helping us win.
All right, looking for a big win on Tuesday night against the Falcons. UNLV wraps up their week on the road at Fresno on Saturday for a 4 p.m. tip-off. Here's some highlights of Jalen going off against the Bulldogs. Defensively, what do you want to see from your squad on Saturday?
I mean, you just got to be tough. Got to get every rebound, make other teams or make Fresno State shoot over hands and make them score against our length. I think that's the main thing for us.
Yeah, 9 points, 6 boards for you in this game. What did you like about your effort crashing boards?
I mean, I think that's just a thing that I have to do every game. It's a mental thing where I just got to tell myself that I'm going to go and do it. And if I tell myself that I can just do it, I'm going to do it. So.
I don't think we've given Julian Rishwain enough credit for his rebounding. He was a rebounding machine on the road at Wyoming. His confidence, what are you guys seeing from him right now?
I think that people don't realize that he's like a sneaky athlete. They think because he's I don't want to say it, but what he is, he's tough and he just gets in there, he puts his nose in there, and he fights for every rebound.
Yeah, he's really tall, really lengthy, but a weapon out there. Well, I also want to give a huge shout out to the Lady Rebels continuing to dominate in the Mountain West. UNLV cruised past the Lobos on Saturday, 90-56, putting a beatdown on New Mexico, improving to 11-1 in conference play, 19-5 overall. 5 Lady Rebels finished the night in double figures in this blowout. UNLV will be looking to win 4 in a row on Wednesday night when they take the court against SDSU at the Cox Pavilion. Tip-off is set for 6:30 on Wednesday night, and this is the RebZone, so we gotta give a big shout out to the biggest UNLV fans in the Valley. Denny and Renee never miss a Lady Rebels game or a Runnin Rebels game. Their smile is always so great to see in the stands. What love do you feel here in Las Vegas?
I mean, I feel a whole lot of love being from Vegas, and obviously I see them after every game. They come up to me and say hey. They say hey to my parents, and that's not just from them. That's from all the Rebel fans out there.
Yeah, it's Vegas is so special. It's a basketball town. What have you learned to love about Vegas?
The people, the relationships you make out here. I love everybody out here. They're so nice and so kind and open arms. I mean, you build amazing relationships with people all around. So
yeah. And Jalen, you played in this city. What can you tell fans about the talent in this city?
There's a whole lot of talent. I think people don't realize, because Vegas is a small town. It's not too big, but there's been a lot of players that have came out. Troy Brown Jr. I got to play against him. Julian Strother was my teammate. Jaden Hardy. I played with him as well. I think there's just a lot of guys out there that people don't realize are actually from Vegas, and it's just an underrated city.
Well, it's awesome to see that the local youth look up to you guys, see you guys playing, know they can be Runnin Rebels too, and no doubt we have NBA and WNBA stars in this city too. But also want to talk about the big news that happened this week. There was a lot of news going on around the NBA, lots of trades. We got to talk a little bit about Luka and AD and the trade from the Lakers to the Mavericks. When you saw the news, what was your thoughts?
It was crazy because nobody expected it. It was just very, very random. It was late at night after a game, and everybody just looked at their phones like, oh my gosh, and it was just kind of funny. I think that the Lakers won the trade overall. So
yeah, the Lakers are my team. I grew up a Kobe Bryant fan, Sparks fan. Jaden, when you heard the news, and what do you think about LeBron and Luka playing together?
I'm a Lakers fan as well, so obviously I'm super excited about it. I think they're a really good duo. They're probably gonna have a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I'm excited. Luka's expected to make his debut tomorrow night in LA, so I know that'll be packed. I'm excited to see. I want to see them win another one. Come on, I'm a big Lakers fan. Really excited to see the trade, and we'll see what happens this season. Well, the Dan Mullen era is here. Coach Mullen signed over 40 transfers in his first signing class at UNLV. We'll hear more from the head man in charge on finishing the 2025 season as Mountain West champions.
You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Sponsored by Hennessy Haight. Help is here. And by Flowing Tide Pub.
Welcome back to the RebZone. Big night here on Fox 5. We just watched the Super Bowl, and now we got the Runnin Rebels players in studio. We got a diehard Eagles fan and a diehard Raiders fan in studio tonight. Guys, let's talk a little football. Your Eagles, you're rooting for them.
Yep. I mean, I've been an Eagles fan since I was like 10 years old, watching those teams when I was growing up. So just seeing them and seeing where they've been and where they are now is just a blessing.
Yeah, and you told me you maybe went to class with Jalen Hurts or know Jalen Hurts.
I went to school with him for 1 year, but I didn't see him much. I would see him around campus, see him in the weight room.
Yeah,
he's a pretty big guy. So
yeah. Really, really nice guy. Jaden, go Raiders, Silver and Black Nation.
Yeah.
What can you say, your excitement for the Raiders this year?
Yeah, I'm super excited to see where the season goes, see who we get in the draft,
Yeah.
Very exciting year coming up.
Yeah, a lot of excitement around the Silver and Black. Las Vegas is definitely the best city in the world. It's super exciting. And speaking of football, a lot of excitement around UNLV football in a national spotlight. We go one-on-one with UNLV football head coach Dan Mullen. Coach, just an honor to have you here in Vegas. Your energy is so contagious. Now that your first recruiting class is in the books here in Las Vegas, talk about how excited you are to get to work.
Well, you know what? It's great for the coaching staff. We have a lot of new faces, a whole new coaching staff here together. Putting together the package, offensively, defensively, special teams, getting around the development of our players, both off-season conditioning, the workouts, and then getting ready for some football is a fun time. That's that transition time from like 24/7 recruiting, like nonstop, to actually now throwing some football in the mix too, and actually talking about some football, not just recruiting the entire time. So when you kind of balance those two, it's a lot of fun, but being around these coaches and getting to do football again is a great time.
Another quarterback competition taking place this year. Excited for spring ball to kick off. What is your excitement like just developing quarterbacks once again?
You know what? It's fun to be around those. I love being around the quarterback position. We have two guys that have experience, two guys that love the position, extremely intelligent, that are competing, that came in. And then you have two guys that were here with the program last year competing. So the competition is going to be wide open. And what I look for those guys is go develop every day. Like, I'm going to coach you. I'm not judging. I'm not trying to pick who the guy is and any of this in any time. I want to see your growth and development throughout the spring. And I think those guys understand. I think that's why our quarterbacks that were in the program stayed. And when you look at the guys that transferred in with Anthony Calandra and Alex Orji, they transferred in because they know how we develop quarterbacks, the type of program we use, and the position we're going to put them in. They're going to have a lot of success.
Speaking of success, UNLV has never been closer than to winning a national championship with the 12-team playoff. The program that you're taking over here at UNLV, talk about the hunger, the drive in this building.
The last 2 years going to play in the championship game, that was a new experience for the program. And anybody that's been in the program, it's kind of like, wow, okay, we're here. I think that expectation is now completely changed. That expectation is we expect to be there, and now we're taking that next step to go win. And I think when you have that mindset, when you have that drive, when you have that look in the guy's eyes of, hey, you know what, maybe it was really cool to make it, now we're here to win it. And I think that mindset changes a little bit, and they know that last step, that's the hardest step. You know, I mean, it's not easy to get there, but that last step to win it and get over the top and get over the hump, that's the trickiest step. And I think they're hungry, and you look at the workouts, the intensity of how our guys are training, that they're ready for that step.
Oh, the buzz has never been bigger around UNLV athletics. Love talking about Mountain West championships on this show. Excited to see you guys go win this year. Thanks so much for coming on. We're so happy to have you here. See you next week on the RebZone.